2001 Male Vocalist of the Year at the Canadian Country Music Awards, 19 CCMA nominations and 5 Juno nominations for Best Country Male Vocalist, 2006 winner of the Global Artist Award at the CMA Awards in Nashville. Jason McCoy knows what it's like to win, and he knows what it's like to make it big as a Canadian in country music. Today, Jason's heading to Kitchener, Ontario to record footage with his friends and fellow country musicians, Stacey and Shane Gousset. The footage will be on screen in his upcoming tour.
Well, I'm actually starting a cross-Canada tour, and it's going to be called One Man Show, Real Life, Real Laughs, Real McCoy. And it's a chronological walk through all of the singles that I've had to date. There's always been a lot of Canadians in Nashville, but right now I think there's probably more than ever, which is a good thing. But it doesn't mean if you're from Canada there's a clique, or if you're from Oklahoma there's a clique or something like that. It's more the type and genre that you fit into. Like when I'm in Nashville, I'm talking to people and I talk to them about Canada and or writing a song with an American. They may say, well, I don't know if that line would work in Canada. Is it going to work in Canada? And I say, man, if it's a hit for George Strait in America, it's a hit up here. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't change at the border.
Jason's friend Shane is an expert fiddler who tours with Canadian recording artists George Canyon and Jason Blaine. He's also recorded studio work with Canadian star Dean Brody. And his wife Stacey is very talented as well, a former member of the band Lace, who toured with George Strait across the United States.
At some point or another, Southwestern Ontario has probably housed a ton of Canadian country artists. We've got Jamie Warren, who lives in town. Shane and I are both country musicians.
I see all that and all the progression, and then when someone makes a comment of, well, you know,
so it's sort of,
we'll get you a cowboy hat and a hay bale and we'll make it more country, you know, and it's like, oh, you know, yeah, that's country too, but that's not, you know, that's not everything we do. Like, that's just a small part, you know.
I started playing in bands with, like, in a family band, and then started playing clubs and that sort of thing when I was older, and got into playing with different recording artists, and that's what I do now. There's a similar roots to the United States, the rural aspect of it, people that grew up in small town, and country music is about telling stories about people's lives and stories that people can identify with, and so I think that works in most places.
You know, now the stage is set even more so for the national fan base to see who's coming out of Ontario.
You have to listen to it. You have to listen to it and find the people that speak to you. There definitely would be there if you give it a chance to check it out.
I would love to do that. I really would love to do that. All Canadian classics record.
Ah.
Because there's so many cool ones people don't even realize. You know?
He is really a family guy, and it's really great to see what's happening in his career right now. And I mean, he's always been a solid talent, and I love the way that our voices sound singing together. So yeah, stand-up guy.
After a long day of music and interviews in Kitchener, Jason was headed back to Barrie, so he gave me a ride home as well. He also let me take a listen to his new album, Everything, and I was very impressed. The music that Jason McCoy and other Canadian country stars make will only continue to become more popular because it talks about the things that we go through in our everyday life, the highs and the lows. In a twist on the country music cliche of losing your truck and your girlfriend, the song Jason's playing from his album talks about how if you lost everything you own but you still had your family and those you love, you'd have everything you need. Once again, country music says it best.